So, hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem weiteren Stream von mir. Dezember Gratis-Spiele dieses Mal, also auf der Playstation. Dabei ist wie das jetzt Stories, Ps4 December. Jo, das würde ich jetzt mal anspielen. Soll anscheinend sehr witzig sein.
The infamous rover Renato plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Renato had promised his mother he'd protect him.
So, wie ihr hört, ist mein Rocket League Mate mich hier auch in der Party. Spielt gerade auch Rocket League.
Aber ist immer so.
Ja, kein Problem. Ich wollte gerade nur nicht reden, weil auf Englisch reden sie und... Wo ist das hell? Okay. So, ich wollte gerade eben nicht reden, da sie auf Englisch sprechen und der Untertitel auf Deutsch durch mein Bild da links unten nicht ganz gelesen werden konnte. Ich muss jetzt gleich schauen, wie es im Spiel am besten ist, dann bin ich ganz kurz weg. Und...
Ziemlich mit mir erstmal, ich hab gerade Besuch.
Okay, passt. Ciao, ciao. Na gut. Ja, eben, ich schau dann, in welche Ecke am besten
The kid was looking
mein Kopf
down,
hingehört.
watching his city burn. Sorry, kid.
Aber das kann ich erst
told
sagen,
the
nachdem ich
kid.
das Spiel gestartet habe.
Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
Aber ich brauche unbedingt den Untertitel, mein Englisch ist nicht so gut. So. Ich glaube, ich werde den Kopf nach rechts nach oben geben, ich bin gleich wieder da. So schnell geht das. Vielleicht da rechts oben. Ja. Ich habe extra ein bisschen Transparenz gemacht, falls ich da rechts oben doch noch was sehen muss. Ja. Na gut, starten wir. Scheint ein simples Jump'n'Run zu sein. Ohne Jumpen.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait.
Scheint ganz witzig zu sein.
For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Kontern. Oh. Okay. Scheint das sehr schwierig dabei zu sein. Aber ist ja der Anfang. versuche jeden anderen Knopf zu drücken, die kann man sonst dabei nicht viel machen.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't
verstecken,
noticed
verstecken.
him. The kid. Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that,
Ziemlich voll als
the
kleines
kid
Häschen.
popped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
Ja, woher?
Ore and wind essence? Perfect.
Großer Zufall. Okay.
A hero sword.
Sieht auch so richtig aus.
QED.
Okay. Na, tada. Ein Heldenschwert.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Renato. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he
Klingt nach einem guten
meditated
Plan.
at that altar there, he'd
Hoppla.
remember his old skills.
Okay.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Oh. Spider-Man.
And there was
Macht
the
doch einen
Farm.
ganz netten Eindruck, das Spiel.
She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the
Ganz
salesman
simpel,
told
lustig
him.
Humor.
And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop!
Scheint wohl auch nicht allzu schwer zu sein.
I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid
Ich
ran
spiele
for
das
it,
Spiel gerade gleich 10
and
Minuten
a
oder so.
goggler nailed him with its ivy. The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels?
So
The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Oh, die Kiste kann man zerstören. Gesundheit. Jetzt kommen wahrscheinlich ein Haufen Gegner, ich weiß das schon.
Maybe he should open it and
Da ist,
find
oh
out.
mein Gott, da ist was gelegen.
All that had been
Du darfst es
years
nicht mal aufheben.
How many? The war was a blur. And now 3
Ohne
Raven
Trophäe.
scout ships were chasing him.
Da habe ich echt viel dafür
Where
getan.
are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper. The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Was? Hasen retten? Ich denke immer der Hase am Arsch.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Ich rauche mal eine.
As he set foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Bernardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it? You couldn't find high-quality ore like this just anywhere. Just anywhere with chests.
Aber überhaupt so viele Wege. Richtig unheimlich.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Juwelen. Wow, mein Kopf ist immer im Weg. Ah, ich habe eh noch nichts. Na gut. Ich weiß gar nicht, was passiert, wenn die mich entdecken. Oder vielleicht sind sie so One-Hit tot. Ich finde es besser nicht heraus, wahrscheinlich kommt ein Gegner oder so. Das heißt wahrscheinlich, es wird so sein. Mhm.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched. Or so
Das ist die
the
falsche
legend
Tür
said.
einfach vielleicht.
As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Bernardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. Bernardo's blood was up. He
Gesundheit,
just needed to
Gesundheit.
smash something.
Habe ich genug Punkte? Nein. Immer überall nachschauen, bei jedem Spiel. Umso versteckt etwas ist, umso besser wird's sein. Meistens.
Hero Wall. Hero Sword. Ice Wall. Ice Cube.
Oh mein Gott, Gegner. Boah, eins hat gefehlt für eine
Renato
30er
felt new
Kombo.
powers ready to blossom within him, or something.
Stell dir vor, ich hätte ein Schwert verloren.
Well, the eyes have had it.
Hat es jetzt entdeckt gezählt? Ich hoffe nicht. Es gibt sicher eine Trophäe dafür, wenn man nicht entdeckt wird.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Er will nicht springen. Wo habe ich Damage bekommen? Das werden die
puzzle.
Gegner sein.
Renato loved puzzles, except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
Ein Rätsel.
A lever?
Das ist richtig
Most people
gefinkt.
still use doorknobs.
Das hätte ich fast aufgeben. Ich dachte, das war's jetzt.
Who needed bridges anyway?
Hallo Zuschauer. Wahrscheinlich komme ich da durch eine Abkürzung wieder zurück. Ein Altar. Was? Übernatürliche Stürze.
It
So
was
eine
starting to come
Smash-Attacke
back
sein.
to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Okay. Interagieren.
There it was.
Was ist ja schon passiert?
Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Was?
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Ich hoffe, das war die richtige Entscheidung. Aber wahrscheinlich gibt es da kein Falsch.
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
Ah, praktisch.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Na, springen wir. Bam, tot. Aus. Das war's mit dem Spiel. Reynolds hatte nicht dazu bedacht, dass der Brunnen vielleicht tiefer ist, als er dachte.
If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his stuff better. There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Es findet aufs Behalten. Gute Anstellung. Oh, jetzt kann ich mal schauen, ob ich die Gegner so verletzen kann.
Where did that go to? There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest, the mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Das ist perfekt, Schlag. Was ist das? Laufe schneller. Oder ich muss hier Angriffssachen kaufen. Schneller laufen. Mehr Leben. Ach.
He missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
Also nein, da war doch ein Gegner. Ah, das ist na egal.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there.
Die werfen die Trophäen auch ab
Felt
hinterher.
like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron
Also falls
into the
jemand Trophäen
armature.
braucht,
The wheels
Spiel ist
began to spin.
gratis, macht Spaß.
Then glow.
Man
The
kriegt
sick
einen Haufen
feeling
Trophäen.
quickly spun away. Now he only
Musst du nachher
felt
nachschauen,
sad.
wahrscheinlich sogar eine Platin-Trophäe.
He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Na gut, das war's. Das war's mit Part 1. Wenn Sie wissen wollt, wie es weitergeht, schaltet es bei Part 2 an. Na gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, Fortsetzung folgt.